Hi everybody, Dan Illman and Matt Bernier. Post positions have been drawn for the Kentucky Derby. The run for the roses. Let's take a look at these post positions and morning line odds for the Grade 1 Derby. $3 million. Of course, they're going the classic distance of 1.25 miles. 21 horses were entered. Matt, Bodie Express on the outside looking in. He will need a scratch in order to get in as in post position 20. Morning line favorite Omaha Beach, the number 12. Matt, I don't think can really complain about this post position draw because we know he has good tactical speed, and there's plenty of speed to his inside where he can just set up shop in a stalking position, maybe fourth or fifth, while clear of traffic.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't it feel like he gets the American Pharoah trip, the Justified trip, you name it. Any of these good horses that have tactical speed, they can go up there. They're going to sit out in the clear, out of the way. If it is a wet track, there won't be any kickback. Even if it's a fast main track, there won't be any kickback. I think if you liked Omaha Beach going into the draw, you have to like him just as much, if not more now.
Second choice on the morning line is the 2018 two-year-old champion Game Winner, seeking his first win at 3. Now, Game Winner drew post position 16. Again, I really don't think that should be an issue for him. The issue for me is, where is he going to be placed in the early portion of the race? Is he going to have to come from pretty far back this time?
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine he's probably mid-pack, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The pace is probably going to be on the spirited side, as the Derby pace generally is, so perhaps that works to his advantage. I think if you like Game Winner, you like the fact that he is honest. Even though he is 0 for 2 as a 3-year-old, he has been far from embarrassed in both of those runs, and he has a win over the Churchill Downs Strip. He did that in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile last year. 5-1 might be a little bit on the light side, but at the same time, I think he comes in here with as good a chance as most of these runners do.
Bob Baffert has the 5 Improbable, and I believe the blinkers are coming off Improbable for the Kentucky Derby. This is a horse from post 5. We know he has shown good speed in the past, but he's sort of surrounded by speed types. Being down inside, you know there's going to be a scrum and a crush of horses trying to save ground as much as possible, sort of moving down towards the inside. Do you think there's a chance that if Improbable doesn't get away cleanly, he might get shuffled back a little bit and be in behind horses?
Yeah, it could certainly be an issue. And I mean, look, this has been a horse. He's got his quirks. He didn't really enjoy life in the starting gate before the Arkansas Derby. We've seen him break slowly in the past. I think based on his most recent work, he looked a little bit on the keen side, like you said, the equipment change. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he is aggressively ridden and he's forwardly placed, if not outright on the lead, just because of what you laid out with all those other horses that are going to be coming over trying to save ground. I think one way to make sure that you're not involved in that is if you clear off to the front.
Now, if Improbable is centaured to the lead, you know that there's going to be a fast pace. We'll have the pace projector up when we handicap the race in tomorrow's race of the day, the Saturday race of the day segment that we'll film tomorrow. Vekoma is likely to be close. Maximum Security, we know, went wire to wire in the Florida Derby, but is probably going to have to go a lot faster early to secure the early lead. We know Roadster can be close to the pace. Even a horse like Spinoff can be close to the pace. This thing could set up for a closer. From post position standpoint, I really don't think closers are going to be affected that much unless they run into a lot of traffic. And then you've got your horses like War of Will and Tax down towards the inside where that's not the place to be.
No, for me, this race really, when you look at the post positions, it's all about 7 and in, where the horse is drawn to the outside. Many of them are sort of closers. I understand Spinoff has a little bit of early speed. You brought it up, Roadster is a little bit versatile. But 7 and in, it seems like those are the horses that generally want to be more forward. And obviously with a horse like War of Will breaking down from the inside, the only way to assure that you don't get pinched back and have all that issue is to be aggressively ridden and try to send him out of there. I could see this thing developing a much faster pace than maybe many of the connections would have preferred, where if these horses were more sort of evenly dispersed throughout the gate, perhaps things would be a little bit more on the, I don't want to say moderate side, but reasonable tempo. I could see there being a serious rush down by the stands the first time, and maybe you do see a 22 and change or a sub 23 sort of quarter mile opening things up.
20 horses expected for the Kentucky Derby. After the draw, was there one post that you said, wow, that really helps this horse? Or was there one post that said, wow, other than War of Will being down towards the inside, that obviously can't help him, that said, wow, that really hurts this horse's chances? Or do you think everyone got a fair shake?
No, I think the real winner is Omaha Beach, just given the way that everyone else sort of set up. And again, the idea that you can be out there for the most part in the clear. He has enough early speed to go on with it. War of Will is the obvious loser in this situation. But I also don't think this is ideal for a horse like Tax, who I understand he has a little bit of tactical ability. He doesn't need to be up there pushing the pace at all. But at the same time, you're going to be anyone in those inside draws. I understand you want to save ground, but you have everyone coming over. And we've seen time and time again, year in and year out, it turns into bumper cars coming down there. And someone is going to get bounced around more so than anyone would like them to. And unfortunately, I think it's those horses down to the inside by my standards. I don't think this is an ideal situation. Again, he has the ability to maybe sit a little bit farther off of it, but anybody toward that inside draw, I think it's far from ideal.
Omaha Beach, post position 12, the 4-1 morning line favorite for Saturday's Run for the Roses. Stay tuned to DRFTV, video.drf.com. All weekend long, we'll have stakes previews. We'll handicap the Oaks and the Derby in depth and take care of all the graded stakes races from Churchill Downs, plus lots more.